Fight Card Entertainment's middleweight championship. It's going to be done October 17th, No Mercy. A big fight, Cicero Stadium, between Ron Armilio, the FCE champion, and versus Jeremy Godina from 11th Dimension. If you review back about a year ago with Ron Armilio and Jeremy Godina both made their debut a year ago at this same event in No Mercy. It's pretty ironic at the end. Both of them were up-and-coming talent. Both of them were hungry to make it back to the top, make it to the top, and been dominant over the past year. Also, in the course of the year, both of them ended up facing one off with one of the top veterans, Jason Graves. Everyone was saying that Ron Armilio's win for the title was a fluke, that it shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, well, Jason was the #1 guy. Nobody beat him with the exception of Godina. And Godina, I guess, didn't want to fight a couple of times.
Jeremy got hurt and injured throughout the course of the year and wasn't able to step on in at the time for the title.
I mean, he gave up his shot. If not, it would have been a title fight. He proved that he could beat Graves. Graves was the #1 guy in the class, and I beat him. Honest to goodness, no one expected Ron to win this. You're talking about a 15-fight veteran with Jason Graves, a jiu-jitsu technician, and Ron just took it to him and became the victor that night, as well as walking away with the title.
Yeah, I was at the fight between Jason and Ron, and you know, I seen the fight. Like I said previously, I fought Jason my first fight, so I believe that if me fighting Jason my first fight, it was no point for Ron to have that belt.
After Ron won the fight, Jeremy turns over to Neil and says, "That's my belt. I want my belt."
The way I beat Jason, the way he beat Jason, it was two different things. Jason had a problem that day. Jason had heart when he fought me, and so I looked at Nilo and I said, "That's my belt." I mean, plain and simple. I defeated Jason way better than that. That was my first fight, and I looked way better than that. So I knew it was my belt, and it's a long time coming.
You could say whatever he wants. It all comes down to what you could back up. I mean, anybody could run their mouth. It takes somebody to actually back it up to make it worthwhile.
First of all, Ron will not take me down. Second of all, if by the slightest bit I slip and I fall, Ron will not hold me down. I am a beast. I've wrestled my whole life. I do not stay on my back. I do not stay on my back. I am taught to get off of my back and to stand back up to my feet. So Ron can say whatever he wants. I mean, I'm not the type of person to talk. I'm a very, silent person, but when it gets to that, that moment where I have to fight, I am a beast.
I think that it's going to be an all-out war. Both guys are wrestlers, and I think that it's going to kind of cancel each other on and off, and they're going to stand it on and up, and someone's going to get knocked out. I think being said that Ron Armilio putting on out there that I can beat anybody in the 185-pound division, anytime, anywhere, and Jeremy was like the very first person to say, you know what, I take that to an offense and I'm coming after you. I think they pretty much hate each other, and standing face to face again across the cage from each other, it's going to be an all-out war. I don't think there's going to be any handshakes, any gloves tapping or whatever, blah, blah, or any respect for each other. They're going to go in there and it's going to go ahead and get the job done, and knocking each other on out is exactly what it is. I know that Ron Armilio doesn't want to be taken down, Jeremy doesn't want to be taken down. Jeremy doesn't want to take him down, and Ron doesn't want to take him down. So the two of these guys are going to go ahead and try to finish the fight early and make it pretty exciting for the fans.